Okay, so obviously you might have noticed we're still wearing the same clothes. I haven't been home yet. I came straight here. I've had that was me coming this morning with the newspapers.
That relationship will never necessarily recover. I'm like, oh, I want you people to be happy with your cheese, but I like my life.
Behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's golden age lies a much darker reality. Many of the most legendary stars grappled with alcohol addiction. While some managed to maintain their careers, others watched their lives and professional achievements crumble due to their drinking habits. Scandals often erupted when actors appeared visibly intoxicated on set. Today, we'll explore the hidden struggles of these stars. Here are 25 of Hollywood's most notorious alcoholics. 1. Frank Sinatra. Aside from being one of the most iconic singers of his generation, Frank Sinatra was also notorious for his alcohol addiction. Yep, you heard that right. In fact, sources revealed that he preferred Jack Daniels any time of the day. But what's less known, he was very specific about how he wanted his drink prepared. His signature concoction consisted of 4 ice cubes, 2 fingers of Jack, and a splash of water in a classic rocks glass. Rumor has it that he would even drink an entire bottle of Jack Daniels daily, much to the astonishment of his doctor. Sinatra's life was a perpetual spectacle, embodied in the classic films he was part of. However, things took a drastic turn whenever he got drunk. Sources revealed that his temperament could change dramatically, leading to clashes with journalists or other cast members. There was even a time when his ex-wife reportedly hid herself in their room after witnessing him drink gin, which sometimes made Frank's aggressive side show. If you're wondering how terrible his booze addiction was, let's just say he, his close friends, and a few Hollywood elites jokingly called themselves the American Olympic Drinking Squad. Sinatra died in 1998 at the age of 82, leaving a legacy that was inextricably linked to his love of booze. Rumor is he was put to rest with a bottle of Jack Daniels in his casket, a fitting homage to his long-standing affection for the beloved whiskey. 2. Richard Burton. The iconic actor was notorious for his excessive drinking habits, particularly during the 1970s. At his peak, Burton was consuming 2 to 3 bottles of vodka daily. His reputation in Hollywood was marred by his blatant disregard for his public image and excessive drinking. Fun fact, he once convinced a director to allow him just 1 bottle of vodka a day on set. Burton even claimed he felt sober after 2 bottles, a notion far from reality. Despite his struggles with alcohol, Burton delivered a remarkable performance in the 1966 film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, earning an Oscar nomination. However, his drinking issues persisted, affecting his work, as seen during the filming of The Klansman, where he had to shoot several scenes seated or lying down due to his lack of balance. After filming, Burton courageously checked himself into a lockdown recovery center to address his addiction. During his roller coaster divorce from Elizabeth Taylor, Burton vowed to put the cork back in the bottle and embrace sobriety. Unfortunately, the years of heavy drinking had already taken their toll, and he passed away in 1984 from liver cirrhosis and renal failure. 3. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford was Hollywood's ultimate diva, dazzling audiences from the roaring 1920s to the fabulous 1950s. She burst onto the scene as a flapper in silent films, then smoothly transitioned to talkies, wowing everyone with her talent and charisma. Her big moment came with an Oscar win for Mildred Pierce in 1945. With a career that spanned over 4 decades, Joan Crawford became a legendary star, known for her dramatic roles and unforgettable screen presence. Her journey took an unexpected turn when she married the CEO of PepsiCo. Stepping into her new role as the company's official ambassador, she skillfully leveraged her star power for business gains. And the perks? They were nothing short of spectacular. As Pepsi's ambassador, Crawford embarked on global tours, each with a meticulous list of beverage demands. Her requests included 2/5 of Smirnoff, 1/5 of Old Forester bourbon, 1/5 of scotch, 1/5 of Beefeater gin, 2 bottles of champagne, and naturally, a case of Pepsi. Yet, it was clear that Pepsi was not her preferred drink. Crawford rarely touched the soda, favoring her selection of alcohol instead. 4. Leonard Nimoy. While Leonard Nimoy was widely celebrated as Mr. Spock, the iconic character he portrayed in the legendary Star Trek series, behind the scenes, he grappled with a hidden struggle: alcohol addiction. Nimoy himself acknowledged that he turned to alcohol as a coping mechanism during the demanding and lengthy production days of Star Trek. His colleague William Shatner, who starred alongside Nimoy, observed that the actor used alcohol as a shield against the immense pressures of fame. What initially started as one drink gradually spiraled into a pattern of addiction fueled by Nimoy's predisposition towards addictive behavior. Recognizing the severity of his situation, Nimoy made the courageous decision to seek treatment and commit to rehabilitation to confront his alcoholism head-on. Unfortunately, despite his efforts, his battle with alcohol proved to be formidable even after the conclusion of Star Trek filming. Tragically, Nimoy later fell victim to another habit: smoking, which ultimately claimed his life at the age of 83. While his legacy as Mr. Spock endures, Nimoy's personal struggles serve as a touching reminder of the profound challenges that often accompany the portrayal of beloved characters. 5. Elizabeth Taylor. Celebrated for her captivating beauty and unparalleled talent, Elizabeth Taylor secured herself a spot in the film world's Hall of Fame. However, behind the dazzling facade of fame, Taylor grappled with a profound struggle against alcohol and opioid addiction that spanned many years. In 1983, she made headlines by becoming the inaugural celebrity to voluntarily seek treatment at the Betty Ford Center. This renowned rehabilitation facility, established by Betty Ford, wife of former U.S. President Gerald Ford, was dedicated to aiding individuals battling addiction, inspired by Ford's own journey to recovery. Taylor's courageous decision to confront her addiction openly marked a pivotal juncture not only in her personal narrative, but also resonated profoundly with countless individuals silently wrestling with similar afflictions. By bravely acknowledging her struggles and seeking professional help, Taylor played a vital role in destigmatizing addiction and illuminating the path to recovery for millions. Emancipated from the clutches of addiction, Taylor embarked on a transformative journey that transcended the realm of acting. She became a fervent advocate for AIDS awareness, prevention, and research, leveraging her influential platform to amplify crucial messages and spearhead fundraising initiatives. 6. Cary Grant. Renowned for his debonair demeanor on the silver screen, grappled with alcoholism during the 1950s, prompting him to seek therapy in a bid to overcome his addiction. However, his journey toward recovery took an unconventional turn when his physician suggested LSD, a novel treatment at the time. Embracing the psychedelic experiences induced by this unorthodox therapy, Grant found solace and enlightenment, relishing the profound adventures it offered. He even shared his newfound remedy with acquaintances, including Judy Balaban, daughter of Paramount's president, who quipped, "If it's good enough for Cary Grant, it's good enough for me." Estimates suggest that Grant underwent approximately 100 sessions of therapy as part of his unconventional treatment regimen. While unconventional, this approach reshaped his perspective on life and heightened his overall sense of contentment. Grant lived out his days in tranquility until his passing at the age of 82, leaving behind a legacy that transcended his cinematic achievements, encompassing his personal triumph over addiction. 7. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed was a captivating presence in cinema, captivating audiences with his portrayal of numerous infamous villains. Renowned for his striking blue eyes and facial scars, acquired in a drunken bar brawl, Reed's exceptional acting talents were unfortunately overshadowed by his battle with alcoholism. Rising to fame for his roles in the Three Musketeers trilogy, Oliver Twist, Treasure Island, and Gladiator, Reed left an indelible mark on the silver screen. Despite starring in over 120 films, Reed's life was tragically cut short after completing his work on Gladiator, following a drinking competition with Royal Navy men at a tavern in Malta. Once hailed as Hollywood's most sought-after actor, Reed was personally selected by Ridley Scott for the legendary role of Proximo in Gladiator, under the condition that he abstained from alcohol during filming. However, a fateful altercation altered the course of Reed's life. Suffering a permanent scar requiring 63 stitches, he feared his cinematic career was over. Yet, undeterred, Reed continued indulging in his penchant for revelry. One evening, before wrapping up filming for Gladiator, he consumed 8 bottles of beer, 3 bottles of rum, and numerous shots of whiskey at a pub. Tragically, Reed suffered a fatal heart attack shortly thereafter. Reflecting on his eventful life, he often expressed a single regret: not emptying every pub's beverages and not indulging in encounters with every woman in the world. 8. Michael Landon. Michael Landon, celebrated for his iconic roles in Bonanza and Little House on the Prairie, embodied the epitome of wholesome television characters for years. However, beneath his wholesome exterior lurked a battle with alcohol and Valium addiction, tarnishing his pristine image. While his colleagues were somewhat aware of his drinking habits, they remained oblivious to the extent of his consumption while on set. Landon discreetly spiked his coffee with whiskey and other beverages with vodka, seamlessly integrating his addiction into his daily routine. Even after filming Wrapped, he continued to indulge at the local pub, drinking with abandon. Melissa Gilbert, who played his on-screen daughter, reflected on her upbringing, unaware of Landon's covert alcohol consumption. She confessed, "I'm certain he's one reason why I was drawn to men who smelled like alcohol." In addition to his alcohol and painkiller dependencies, Landon smoked a staggering 4 packs of unfiltered cigarettes daily, likely contributing to his diagnosis of pancreatic cancer, which claimed his life at the premature age of 54. 9. Dean Martin. Dean Martin embodied coolness, with many assuming he was a heavy drinker. Despite his famous quip about feeling sorry for non-drinkers, it was revealed by his daughter and friends that much of his onstage drinking was just an act, often sipping apple juice. Nevertheless, his image with a drink and cigarette made him legendary. Martin, a devoted parent, limited himself to 1 drink each evening with his wife, skillfully balancing indulgence and restraint. He passed away in 1995 at 78, leaving behind a legacy of charm and charisma. 10. Barbara Patton. Barbara Patton was a rising star in the early 1950s, making waves in Hollywood with her connections to prominent figures like Bob Hope and her husband, Frank Ottone. Originally from Minnesota, she quickly rose to fame in the 1940s and 50s, appearing alongside legends like James Cagney, Gary Cooper, and Gregory Peck. However, her career took a downturn, and she fell into alcohol addiction. This led to a decline in her career, loss of reputation, and numerous run-ins with the law due to public intoxication. Her personal life spiraled out of control, marked by affairs, violent relationships, theft, and brushes with the police throughout the 1960s. Her drinking escalated, resulting in a bleak existence. Matters took a drastic turn when she lost custody of her child due to her lifestyle. In 1962, she was arrested for public intoxication after being found asleep at a Sunset Boulevard bus station in a coat and bathing suit. Subsequently, she faced another arrest for disorderly conduct while intoxicated at a rowdy afternoon gathering. Her life became consumed by spending hours in bars and pubs, ultimately leading to her untimely death at the age of 39 from heart and liver illness. 11. John Barrymore. A distinguished member of the renowned Barrymore acting dynasty, made a significant mark in the early 20th century as one of the finest actors of his time. Despite his own battles with alcoholism, Barrymore gained prominence for his poignant portrayals of characters grappling with addiction, adding depth and authenticity to his performances. While celebrated for his exceptional interpretations of Shakespearean roles and his captivating depiction of Mr. Hyde, Barrymore's personal struggles with alcohol exacerbated over the years, impacting both his career and personal life. His addiction reached such extremes that he was found attempting to drink his wife's fragrance, a stark indication of the depth of his dependency. Despite his talent and early success, Barrymore's career suffered as a result of his alcoholism, leading to a decline marked by memory issues and reliance on cue cards. Tragically, he passed away at the age of 60, his life cut short by the ravages of alcohol-related diseases. 12. Peter O'Toole, renowned for his captivating blue eyes, may seem an unlikely candidate for one of Hollywood's most infamous drinkers. Yet, in a candid interview with David Letterman, O'Toole attributed his drinking habits to the cultural norms of his generation, where alcohol consumption was normalized regardless of daily responsibilities. He even suggested that alcohol enhanced his performance on screen. One memorable anecdote revolves around the filming of Lawrence of Arabia, specifically a scene involving a camel raid. Both O'Toole and his co-star Omar Sharif, fearing camels, opted to remain inebriated during the shoot. This phenomenon, often dubbed liquid courage, highlights the lengths actors may go to overcome their fears. When questioned about it, O'Toole chuckled and confessed to having little recollection of the scene due to his intoxication. Well, at least he got his lines right? 13. Robert Shaw. Robert Shaw's presence during the tumultuous production of Jaws in 1975 added an extra layer of chaos. The filming process was riddled with challenges, from aggressive sharks to rough seas and strained relationships among the cast. Amidst these difficulties, Shaw exacerbated tensions by consuming scotch throughout the lengthy filming sessions, leading to friction with his co-star Richard Dreyfuss. Shaw's persistent intoxication became a recurring problem, except for a crucial sequence where his character is depicted as drunk. Dreyfuss openly expressed his preference for sober co-stars, highlighting his displeasure with Shaw's inebriated state. On one occasion, Dreyfuss reached a breaking point and took it upon himself to snatch a glass of alcohol from Shaw's grasp, tossing it into the ocean. In hindsight, many might agree that such action should have been taken much earlier in the production process. 14. John Michael Vincent. John Michael Vincent was once a Hollywood icon, celebrated for his striking appearance and his role in the popular TV series Airwolf. In his prime, Vincent exuded charm and seemed destined for greatness. His career took off after catching the eye of a film scout while serving in the California Army National Guard. This stroke of luck propelled him to rapid success, leading to collaborations with esteemed actors like Robert Conrad, Rock Hudson, Charles Bronson, John Wayne, Burt Reynolds, and Robert Mitchum. However, what began as a promising career ended tragically due to Vincent's struggles with excessive alcohol and drug use. Despite achieving significant milestones, such as earning a record-breaking paycheck for his role in Airwolf, Vincent's immense wealth enabled his dangerous addictions to cocaine and alcohol during the show's later seasons. Production delays and financial issues ensued, culminating in the abrupt cancellation of Airwolf. Vincent's downward spiral continued with reports of arrests for drunk driving and involvement in a serious car accident resulting in severe injuries, including a broken back and the loss of a leg. Moreover, there were disturbing accounts of domestic violence toward his girlfriend, and over time, Vincent's once charming appearance deteriorated prematurely due to substance abuse. 15. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn was the epitome of charm and machismo, leaving an indelible mark with his iconic roles in films like Robin Hood and Captain Blood. However, behind the scenes, his life was a tumultuous journey marked by decadence, depravity, and relentless adventure. This legendary ladies' man reveled in his persona as a seductive rogue, a fierce warrior, a cocaine enthusiast, and an avid lover of alcohol. Flynn's escapades weren't limited to exotic locales like Cuba, where he'd be seen hobnobbing with Fidel Castro, but also in his Malibu bachelor pad, shared with fellow actor David Niven. His alcohol consumption was so excessive that he earned the colorful moniker Cirrhosis by the Sea, reflecting the sheer volume of liquor consumed aboard his private boat. But that's just the beginning. Reports suggest that Flynn hosted wild parties fueled by sex, alcohol, and cocaine, with his dedication to excess leading him to show up on film sets while under the influence. However, his hedonistic lifestyle came crashing down when he collapsed in an elevator in his early 30s. Following this health scare, medical professionals delivered the grim news that his heart and lungs had suffered irreparable damage. Tragically, Flynn's life was cut short by a heart attack at the age of 50, marking the end of an era of pleasure and excess. As we explore the untold struggles of Hollywood's most notorious alcoholics, it's a stark reminder that beneath the glitz and glamour, there's often a darker side. These iconic stars wrestled with addiction, facing personal battles that tainted their lives and careers with the harsh realities of alcoholism. From the highs of stardom to the lows of addiction, they lived through a roller coaster of experiences, showing us that fame doesn't shield anyone from life's challenges. Their stories are a sobering reminder of the human condition, teaching us about the fragility of success and the resilience of the human spirit. 16. Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart, acclaimed as one of the greatest actors in American cinema, earned his reputation through acclaimed performances and numerous award nominations. However, his personal life was marked by heavy drinking, leading to erratic behavior and conflicts. Despite his success, his drinking habits took a toll on his work, often showing up intoxicated on set. Off-camera, his drunken escapades led to legal troubles and bans from establishments. His lifelong indulgence in alcohol and cigarettes eventually led to health issues, including cancer, which claimed his life in 1956. Yet, even in his final days, he continued to enjoy a glass of sherry. 17. Bernard Lee. Bernard Lee enjoyed a prolific career spanning over half a century, with 100-plus film and TV roles. His standout performance as M in 11 James Bond films is memorable. However, his personal life was marked by tragedy, including the loss of his wife, a home fire, and financial struggles, leading to alcoholism. Despite efforts to curb his drinking, Lee found ways to indulge, reportedly resorting to covert methods. He died at 73 from stomach cancer, likely linked to his heavy alcohol consumption. 18. Gail Russell, initially a reluctant actress, gained fame for her stunning beauty despite her introverted nature. Her marriage to actor Guy Madison faced challenges, leading to divorce in 1954. Russell's escalating alcoholism halted her film career by 1952, worsened by stress from John Wayne's divorce. Despite a comeback in 1955, her battle with alcohol persisted, culminating in her tragic death from acute and chronic alcoholism. 19. Spencer Tracy. Alcohol played a significant role in Spencer Tracy's tumultuous life. As detailed in James Curtis's biography, Tracy's well-documented battle with alcohol was destructive, evidenced by medical records from a 1942 visit to Johns Hopkins. Despite knowing the consequences, Tracy struggled to resist alcohol's allure, often isolating himself in luxury hotels and neglecting commitments. His remorse over his drinking habits deepened his misery, even after 5 years of sobriety. Director Joseph Mankiewicz recognized Tracy's struggle with shame as a significant factor in his battle with alcoholism, marking a journey marked by profound sorrow, humiliation, and self-inflicted wounds. 20. Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi, the horror icon, struggled deeply with alcohol and morphine addiction in his later years. One poignant incident occurred on set when director Ed Wood found Lugosi in distress, clutching a revolver. Lugosi's tearful plea, "Eddie, I'm going to die tonight, and I want to take you with me," underscored his profound despair. Yet Wood, familiar with his own battles with alcohol, provided Lugosi with solace by offering him scotch, easing the tension and turmoil. 21. Lon Chaney Jr. Lon Chaney Jr., known for his character acting, surprised fans with revelations about his battles with alcoholism and depression. His heavy drinking led to health issues like cancer and liver disease. Despite a glamorous career, Chaney's life was marked by turmoil, including a suicide attempt after filming Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. His struggles with alcohol often landed him in trouble, like being banned from William Randolph Hearst's mansion for trying to intoxicate Marion Davies. Despite accusations of drunkenness during a live TV show, some defended his professionalism, showing his talent amidst personal struggles. 22. Albert Finney. Albert Finney, the acclaimed English actor known for iconic roles in Tom Jones, Murder on the Orient Express, and Erin Brockovich, had an illustrious career in cinema. However, he battled alcoholism for much of his life, often consuming multiple pints daily. Despite enjoying himself, he questioned the sustainability of his lifestyle, especially after a kidney cancer diagnosis in 1984 prompted him to quit drinking. Fortunately, he recovered and continued to impress audiences until 2012. Finney passed away in 2019 at 82, leaving behind a legacy of outstanding performances and personal struggles. 23. Broderick Crawford. Broderick Crawford, known for his role as Chief Matthews in Highway Patrol, battled alcoholism throughout his career. His involvement in the show worsened his struggle, prompting creative solutions from the cast and crew. Despite his professional success, Crawford's personal demons mirrored those of his character, leading to arrests and DUI charges. His alcoholism strained relations with the production company and the California Highway Patrol, earning him the nickname Old 502. The show had to rely on its technical advisor to help him stay sober, but ultimately, alcohol took a heavy toll on Crawford's life. 24. Gig Young. Gig Young, the acclaimed American actor, passed away suddenly on October 19, 1978, in a tragic incident. He fatally shot his wife, Kim Smith, before taking his own life with a handgun. Their marriage had lasted only 3 weeks, marking Kim as his 5th wife. While the motive remains unknown, Young's struggles with substance abuse, particularly Valium and alcohol, likely played a role. His addiction led to career setbacks, including being removed from the set of Blazing Saddles on the first day of filming due to a substance-induced collapse. Despite his professional achievements, Young's battles with substance abuse ultimately led to his untimely demise. 25. William Claude Duckenfield. William Claude Duckenfield was a celebrated actor and one of America's finest comedians. Known for his impeccable timing and endearing grumpiness, he seamlessly blended his real-life persona with his on-screen characters. His distinctive nasal voice and outgoing personality, coupled with his fondness for alcohol, made him a legend in his own right. Fields rose to prominence in his mid-50s, but his life took a perilous turn a few years later. His excessive drinking reached alarming levels, with reports suggesting he consumed more than 2 quarts of gin daily. This led to severe health issues, including delirium tremens, and after barely completing films like Poppy in 1936 and The Big Broadcast in 1938, Paramount terminated his contract due to his persistent alcoholism. Despite his struggles, Fields underwent a significant recovery phase. During this period, he found solace as a regular on the popular radio show Chase and Sanborn Hour in 1937, where the relatively stress-free nature of radio broadcasting allowed him to preserve his celebrity status while focusing on his health. Eventually, he made a triumphant return to cinema. However, Fields spent the last 22 months of his life battling illness at a sanatorium in Pasadena, California, passing away on Christmas Day 1946, a holiday he famously disliked due to a catastrophic gastrointestinal hemorrhage at the age of 66. As we delve into the hidden struggles of Hollywood's famous alcoholics, it's a reminder that behind the glamour lies a darker reality. These stars battled addiction, facing personal demons that marred their lives and careers. From the heights of fame to the depths of addiction, they experienced a roller coaster of challenges, showing that fame doesn't shield from life's hardships. Their stories teach us about the fragility of success and the resilience of the human spirit.